Hi guys, it's Chrissy with Chrissy's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for Camila Cabello, and we are going to do Shawn Mendes. Now, is this your true soulmate? Is the reading. So let's just see what the current circumstances are, what you're doing when you meet back up. Here, we're going to do for Camila first. All right, the world, it is not over. Do I have these in the upright? Yes, I do. Oh, marriage card is there. What? So maybe still wanting to be married or get married. Maybe that was part of an issue here. So let's just see here. Wanting to have a conversation. So let's just see what's going on here. All right, Five of Wands. Maybe talking about those arguments or what they may have argued about. Maybe having this good news or recognizing something within this lesson, or having this honest discussion about what they argued about in their last time that they were there, not wanting this to be over with them. Let's just see what else shows up. All right, Page of Cups, wanting to speak those loving words to him. Now, but maybe just not doing so. So let's just see what else is showing up. All right, King of Cups. Feeling maybe he is emotionally available, that clock is ticking maybe for having children, or looking at that as a possibility is kind of what I'm getting. And Three of Wands. This is maybe having this certain outlook about seeing those ships coming in or wanting those ships to come back to shore. Look at that. Being in that loving side, the King and Queen of Cups, that divine union. So not wanting this to come to an end on her part. So let's just see what else. Wheel of Fortune, feeling lucky when it comes to something. Nine of Swords. Okay. There is a little bit of worry or anguish that maybe he's still in a relationship here. And the Two of Wands, wanting to make plans with him, or wanting to make plans for herself, possibly regarding him. I don't know what this might be. Is she wanting to do something of a collaboration? I don't know why I'm getting that. Knight of Wands, wanting to make some bold moves on him. So let's just see about his side on this. I just gotta find my other deck that I have. Of course, I wasn't gonna do it this way, but I'm being kind of called to do it this way. So that makes sense. I'm not seeing the cards. Where are they? Hang on, guys. Okay, I located them. I found them. Oh, okay. Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. This is maybe a truth being revealed, or regret, maybe even a confession. This might even prompt a confession from her. Maybe this is a confession from her. I don't know here. I don't really have a lot of room the way I did this. So let's just, I don't want to, hang on a second. I want to reveal a whole bunch of other cards that I don't have in here. Two of Wands, there is the planning. Okay, so I'm just going to put her other card here. It goes back over here. And we will just put these right on top. So Seven of Swords in reverse. So perhaps she's going to confess how she truly feels to him. Let's just see. Eight of Cups. All right. All right, maybe why she walked away or abandoned the relationship, or wanting to know why he did. The Devil, okay, and this may be about facing that shadow side of self, desires, whichever it is. There's strength here and courage to get this done, She's definitely not going to turn away from this. She may see him as her King of Coins or King of Pentacles, which is that he already has that wanting to provide for her or that ambition that she's looking for, somebody that has that material mastery, the power and the discipline when it comes to this. Let's look at the devil here. What else? The world. Okay. It may be, maybe it was him that ended it. Um, this might be just to tie up some loose ends here on his part, which he would if he's still in a relationship. And Five of Coins, having to leave somebody out in the cold. What else do we have here? Five of Cups, feeling loss or feeling sad about doing this to the person he's with. And wow, he ends up stepping into his emperor self. Wow, okay. And the Two of Wands, wanting to make those plans with her. Interesting. All right. Well, let's see what actions are being taken towards one another at this point. Let's see what shows up. What actions will be taken here? For her, let's see, for Camila, the power of prayer. So she may have been praying for this to come forth, maybe even trying to manifest this for herself through prayer or speaking with spirit. I'm wanting to surrender to this union, letting go of all of it, and realizing self-limiting beliefs may still exist, and needing to deal with those things, take action on that to allow that to be released. And let's see, for him, may have to declutter his dirty laundry. His might be going to be out and about due to a breakup. And discover your inner strength, knowing that he can get past this. What else? And he's still learning things as well, and so is she. So they're both learning to do certain things. He may still have a lesson he's learning. She needs to realize there's belief system is limiting her from doing what she needs to do and allowing themselves to move on, maybe from the other people they were with or from whatever was in the past for them. Are they going to come together with this here? Be open to love. So, but is that going to be with one another? We will clarify after. Let's have a look at what their love is showing here when it comes to them. Let's look at Camila's side first, please. The spark. Yes, I saw that while I was shuffling, and it's interesting that that came back out. Our connection ignites a soul level transformation, which we did see. Where was it? Might have been on her side. Let's see, ego clash. So about their personalities challenging each other, as one has to have their ego, I want to say ego death, if you will, where and that may have been what's learned here. Ooh, let's see. We have soul evolution, so definitely has learned the lesson and wants to grow together instead of having to break up from this to learn. So they may end up learning more things. There's perfect alignment with their energies resonating in harmony. They look happy. Mindfulness. So having the mindfulness to stay in the present of their connection and not looking back. Ooh, and let's see, healing completed. Our karmic lessons are learned when it comes to the two of them. He's wondering if maybe that's the case or if there's going to be more lessons. and learning about that self love, fully going into that, where knowing the importance of putting self first and mirroring of the soul. You show me who I truly am. And interesting enough, they do this in a together way. I do like that. Wow. Did they end up coming together or are they going to move on to other loves here? Okay, maybe looking at the aftermath of their connection. Let's just see here. Okay, and maybe still good friends. They're still good friends even after everything that's happened. But there was an imbalance here, maybe making him feel small, or maybe it was reversed. Let's see on his side on things. Okay, there's the message. He maybe gets the message from her. But there is restrictions because he may still be in a relationship when they reach out and maybe wanting to push pause on the relationship he's in to find out what this is about. So this may be what this is all to do with is right here. Wow. And seeing each other as partners in more than just friendship. So let's just see what personalities are showing up in each other's life. All right, the mystic, maybe feeling that dedicated and enlightenment on the things that have happened, that you're never going to find that type of love again, the way it was there. Definitely feeling survival, adapting, tenacious, and unbreakable, and a traveler. So definitely curious about independence and adventures of her own. And she may have Sagittarius energy there, the person that really likes that adventure. All right, let's see on his side for him, the daredevil, bold, fearless, and risk taking, wanting to do maybe these things with her. Very refined and elegant and sophisticated and stoic, calm, disciplined, and emotionally stable. So this is a great combination. One is wild, though, wants to keep going, forging her own path forward. Um, and I feel like he's quite calm, cool, and collected when it comes to her. Maybe even wants to take this risk. Wow. And definitely wants to protect this. Feels wanting to protect what they had. Maybe even looking at this as that provider energy. So let's just see what lessons need to be learned, or if they are still learning lessons here before this can come together. They still see each other as partners. This is both their energy on the top of the decks here, or on the bottom of the decks, if you will. Let's see. Overwhelm grows when everything feels urgent, and she may be feeling like, if I don't step in and say how I feel, I might lose him forever. And that might be what is going on here. Doubt rises when truth gets too close. So, as maybe reaching out, telling him how she feels, she may be doubting things. Am I doing the right thing? Am I a bad person because I'm reaching out? And you tolerate what your future self would never accept. And she may have felt that at one point. I feel like she's learned that already, though. And she may have boundaries that she's put in place since then. Now, for his side, attachment made the wound deeper, not love. And he may feel like there's one true love of his first love may have been her. And it may be that he's feeling who he's with now is not real love, it's an attachment. The test appeared the moment you said you were ready. So the test came up, and he may have failed the test, or maybe they passed the test. They were meant to go their own way. But be open to love. Now, maybe open to loving coming back together. the quiet got louder than your excuses. So maybe realizing he was trying to make excuses for things. And maybe they were things that were never talked about. Now, words left unsaid. See, I can't make it up. The things that they didn't say or words left unsaid, eventually you turn into a burden. So this may have caused both of them because they haven't had the words that were said to maybe talk about what happened or the argument that they had. And maybe that growth that they've had now from other lessons, they're realizing things about the love they shared. It doesn't just grow on trees now that they've had other experiences. The real true bond that they had, that spark, and the way things went when it came to the two of them, they may have realized that this is something very special. Let's just look at the Knight of Wands. There's the bold moves. Wanted to go after her King of Pentacles. There's that heart pumping. I like this because it's either him that's making the move or she is. I feel like it's more on her side, looking for the King of Cups, looking for that side of him to say that he's emotionally available. Let's see on his side, he wants to give that offer, just a small one, because he's looking for some type of truth. And look at that, very attractive. So he's really showing up as his emperor self in different forms. She's seeing him as that financial mastery and that emotionally available. And he's finding that there's this attraction, maybe to do how attractive she is or matching her energy of that self-confidence and a vision that they both share, maybe about marriage or their life together. So let's just look at allow yourself to move on and be open to love. This is where the other options are. Maybe there's only been one option that really felt like they won the jackpot, or it was that home run out of the park type of energy. All right, there's the other side of him, seeing the truth from himself about maybe when they did move on, they always knew the truth about the one, and knowing that they left that out in the cold and that somebody else was going to help bring you back into the church to warm up, and that it wasn't going to be them. So there's actually seeing the truth about this. Let's see about the mirror of the soul. It's going to take a while for this to come together, but there is a purpose in doing so. It is a team dynamic that they have, this collaboration and cooperation type of energy. This is going to happen suddenly. There is the transformation and maybe even the ending, and knowing that it's dead and buried, maybe to do with who he's with right now. He may have to end that for this partnership to come back together in a love capacity. Let's see about the protector here. Yeah, going to calmer waters may indicate that he may have to leave somebody else behind. A calling, if you will. She may be calling to him. But he's going to get this in high gear and go really quickly over to where she is. Now, it might be a proposal. No, that's the Knight of Cups. Sorry. They might be charging ahead, making these bold moves to come back over to her side with a lot of passion and seeing this as an adventure. So left unsaid, the words left unsaid here. Okay, didn't give up on love at all, knowing there's still two cups there. There is not giving up on marriage and showing this side of her where she's actually had the success she was looking for, perhaps, when it came to things, still realizing things about her financial material or financial success, the stability and comfort that she has, and that he has what she's looking for just as much. There's the loving words that are going to be spoken. And let's just see why am I got this? There's the wisdom. There's setting some intentions, holding the vision, and inspired actions are going to come in. And we have the I and the I and the W. W-I-I. I-W-I, or I don't know what that is, but it's not World War II though. I feel like with this, there's the intention, the inspiration, and the wisdom that's going to help these two come back together. Um, Even if it's to realize that they are meant to go elsewhere for love, or if they are meant to move on from other people in order to come back together. They need to be open to this possibility of maybe coming back together. I do like this for them because I feel like there was some part of them that, um, whether they were true soulmates or not, and it is showing that they're willing to fight for one another to come back together. It's almost like this realization of the love they shared was this on such a different level. So I do like this for them. And take care, you guys. Stay blessed, and we will see you next time. All right, later.